Yeah. We always gotta get out of that. And get their swim time stuff right.
Correct.
We're good. Please stand for the flag salute. According to the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notification of this meeting has been provided by advertising in the record, posting notice in the Borough Hall, the superintendent's office. We hereby call to order the public meeting of the Little Ferry Board of Education, Thursday, December 14, 2023 at 7 p.m. Can I have a roll call, please?
Foley, Duran, Mr. Pykros. Here. Scott Lee.
Here.
Mr. Mealy. Here. Ms. Suzo.
Here.
Mr. Borzak. Absent. Mr. Brunelli is absent. Mr. Bradley.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Be it resolved that the Little Ferry Board of Education approves the minutes of the regular public meeting held on November 16, 2023. Do I have a motion? Motion. Second? Second.
Okay, Mrs. Foley. Mr. Duran.
No, I wasn't.
Okay. Mr. Pykros. Yes. Scott Lee.
Wasn't here.
Mr. Mealy. Yes. Ms. Suzo.
Yes.
Mr. Bradley.
Yes.
Motion passes.
I'll now hand it over to our superintendent, Mr. Parapato, for his report.
We're gonna start with the students in the book. Thank you, Brad. Right. Like a lot of there's. All right, so students of the month, we're gonna start with fifth grade. In fifth grade, we have Gavin Moran. I am pleased to announce Gavin has been chosen as the November Student of the Month at his grade level. Teachers at his grade level make these selections for the award. They have the following things to say about Gavin. He's a model student. He's always active and participating in class, puts forth his best in all he does. He is simply a good-natured, kind, and well-rounded student. He makes wonderful connections and is always fully vested in his classes and academic responsibilities. Congratulations.
Ferry. Everybody.
Nice.
And then family, come up for a picture.
Photoshop.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go. Slide, everybody slide, everybody, it's really.
Congratulations. All right, next up is sixth grade. Our November winner for sixth grade for student of the month is Benjamin Duran. All right, I am pleased to announce Benjamin has been chosen as the November student of the month. Teachers in his grade will make these selections for the award. They have the following things to say about Benjamin. He's a hardworking student. He is helpful to other students. He is self-disciplined, self-motivated, positive, and respectful. He is very encouraging to his peers. Congratulations, Benjamin. Here we go. All right. Thank you. Congratulations. Our next student of the month recipient for November is Analia. Our November student of the month for seventh grade is Analia Maldonado. I am pleased to inform you that Analia has been chosen for the November student of the month. Just at her grade level, have the following things to say about Analia. She is respectful to her peers and teachers. She is extremely helpful in all her classes. She is diligent in all of her work. She is inquisitive and ready to learn every single time. Congratulations, Analia. Congratulations.
Okay, coming back.
No problem. Our eighth grade recipient for the November Student of the Month is Brianna Castillo Aritz. And pleased to inform you that Brianna has been chosen for the November Student of the Month. Teachers at her grade level have the following things to say. She's enthusiastic, hardworking. She is hardworking despite being new to the country and not speaking much English. She has a positive attitude. She's a team player, and she has adjusted extremely well to her new environment. Congratulations, Brianna. Yeah.
I'll do this. You see all four. Let's do it again. Good, thank you.
All right, for the rest of my report, I first want to congratulate Coach Buck and Coach Stewart for a successful holiday tournament. I think it's about 23 years running or something along those lines. It's been a while, and it was a very successful event. The PTA did an outstanding job with the concession stand, and we were happy to be able to introduce our first cheerleading squad in over a decade. I want to thank all the teachers and staff and parents who volunteered throughout the week to help make it a successful event. It was a great and tremendous turnout all 5 days of the tournament, so thank you. 43 students today from our 3rd and 4th grade performed today in the senior center for the holiday chorus. They did an outstanding job. I was fortunate enough to be able to be there. The seniors were extremely pleased with their performance, was outstanding. We have our elementary holiday show coming up on December 20th in the gymnasium. Another big thank you, especially to Lou Albanese and his custodial staff for having the building looking tremendous with the CUSAC facilities walkthrough. We earned all 11 points in the category with no, 12 points in the category with no concerns and no recommendations given from the state. The building looked tremendous. They were very pleased. And this wasn't just stuff that happens when they come out, but as you walk through these hallways, the building is in really good shape, and their guys did a great job. And on that note, I also want to just personally thank Manoush Muka for stepping up with Mr. Albanese's presence. He's been out for a little while, and Manoush has really stepped up and really filled the void admirably over the last few weeks. The last part of this report, I just want to encourage the community to continue to access and read the district newsletter that is now being distributed twice a month, as we consider this a vital piece of communication. My HID report is 0 Washington school incidents, 1 HID report from Memorial School, which was unfounded. Important dates: December 22nd is a half day for all students and staff. Our reorganization meeting is January 4th, 2024 at 7 p.m. Our next regular board meeting will be January 11th, 2023, which doesn't fall within that third Thursday. The reason for that is family engagement day is on January 18th. And our winter break is from December 25th to January 1st, and all students return on January 2nd. Before I turn over my report to Mr. Abadahe, I just want to acknowledge we have a board member here. It's our last board meeting. And I just want to acknowledge board trustee Donna Duran for her service on the Little Ferry Board of Education. You can all put out there again, we clap. It goes without saying that this is a thankless position, and each and every one of the trustees deserves a tremendous amount of credit for their work on the school board. There's a ton of behind the scenes things that transpire, countless meetings, emails, and phone calls that happen on a daily basis. Trustee Durant this is not a goodbye, but a thank you for your intricate role in helping to continue to shape our district in a positive way and continue to progress forward. Your time on this board was well served and most of all appreciated. Thank you for your time. I want to know, this is usually a time where we would be giving her a plaque, but she has graciously decided to take that opportunity to donate that money to the 8th grade committee instead. So it'll be going towards that to help in some way, in some capacity. We're still working out some details on that, but I wanted them to know why we're not doing it. Now we will turn the program over to Vassal Abadahe for his State of the Students report.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to be back reporting on the student body happenings in our school. This is a very busy time of year for students and staff. I personally think it is the best time of the year. December started with the annual Little Ferry basketball tournament. Large crowds came out to support the players, especially our girls and boys team. I would like to give a royal shout out to Coach Buck and Coach Stewart for putting together this tournament. I would also like to thank the PTA for the amazing refreshments and our parents and teachers for helping to make this event a success. The past several days have seen our media center turn into Santa's workshop. Students love shopping for everyone on their holiday list. We had such a wide variety to pick from. It was often hard to make a decision. Tomorrow night is movie night at Memorial School. Elementary students will watch the cartoon version of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and middle school students will watch Elf. After the movies, the students can make a Christmas craft. All month long, the student government has been collecting toys to donate to the PBA's toy drive. We have collected boxes and boxes of toys, which will be distributed to local hospitals and organizations. I want to give a huge thank you to the Little Ferry Education Association for their donation of $800 of toys and games for the toy drive. Next week is our holiday spirit week. All students look forward to dressing up this with holiday wear. Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you.
Who's my report?
Thank you, Mr. Ferricotto. And a huge congratulations to all of our students of the month. The happiest part for us is to see the pride in all the parents' faces. But you are welcome to leave. We will not take any offense. So we'll open it up to you guys whether you'd like to leave or not. But we'll continue on with our meeting. Mr. Gomez, would you like to provide your board secretary report?
Good evening, everyone. So with facilities, we're all up to date with demolition and the payment requisitions on that. Myself and the superintendent met with our architect to start laying out projects for next year. And that went well. We're waiting for some input back from the architects and some real numbers. I'd like to really extend a thank you to staff. I know when someone comes in and says, please remove this, but the job that the teachers did in those rooms was amazing. So not everybody knows this, but I was the county DA for 3 counties, 5 years. I've done 300 of these. I would have been amazed by this building. They really did a great job. And I know it's disruptive. It's Christmas time. So thank you. So with food service, our numbers are up again. So compared to November 22, we did 5,459 total meals between breakfast and lunch. In 2022, we did 5,056, but we're up. Where the numbers are really strong is with the breakfast program, with the elementary, we were running less than half of what we did in prior years, we're starting to catch up already. So our reimbursement for the month of November will be $22,124. That's federal and the state subsidy, which is up from the prior month, and we had less days. So the rate of participation on a daily basis is $20. So November versus October is 2 less serving days, so that makes a big impact. The only thing is I have not received the financials yet from Matthew. It's a little early in the month. On that note, the business office closed November's financials on December 6th. So we get 60 days to put it in 7. So somebody has to catch up with us now. So everything's going fine. The audit, we got the word, the auditors are coming in for the last time tomorrow. Just clean up what's called a single audit, which is the federal grant. They should be coming to visit me and the superintendent to discuss what the actual fund balance was at the end of the year, so we can make a decision on which reserves we put stuff in after we take care of the statutory requirement for the minimum of 2%. So that should be happening shortly. Just a heads up, the audit right now, statewide, is a mess, because the auditors are waiting for an extension on the due date, which they thought was agreed upon, and the legislature still has not acted on it. They have one more shot at it. So I'll keep an eye on it. It doesn't really affect us because they will waive the penalty for QSAC like we have the last 5 years, but that's the only place for QSAC that we might have a weakness that it's out of our hands. So we have to wait for the audit. That might delay. So QSAC, the next visit is in March, and that's for paperwork. So hopefully they resolve it, because what will happen is they'll have to delay it if we don't have an actual audit for the store. So that's my only concern. We have some reports due. We did a workman's compensation audit, which is due every year for our insurance carrier, that's been completed. And chapter 44 is a law that was passed where if the district shows savings in their insurance and health insurance, then we would have to return it to the taxpayers in the form of tax relief. So we're starting that. We have until January 29th to complete it. I'll have it done right after you come back. Nobody in the state has been penalized because everybody's been able to prove that nobody has saved a dime. So, and I was heavily involved in that because I was the one who granted relief to the county. So we're working on that. And that's all I have, Madam President.
Great, thank you so much, Mr. Gomez. We'll now open it up to committee reports. Ms. Delasuso for personnel.
Tonight, we have, want to approve 2 cheerleading coaches for the 2023-2024 school year, winter season. 2,500 stipend will be split evenly. We also have, we want to approve the amendment, to P93 from July 2023 agenda to return to work. Date has been changed to December 15, 2023 instead of December 1st for one of our employees. We want to approve the hiring of Alexandra Fiore, step 1, 55,000 prorated. If certification is not possessed by start date, will be hired as a per diem substitute at a rate of $150 per day. We want to approve the following individuals to perform the role of school musical advisor. Mr. Brian Elucio, Kristen Capivara. We want to approve the following teachers: Shannon Stephens to be used as needed for family engagement nights and for planning preparation for the nights from October 1st, 2023 to August 31st, 2024 at a rate of $50 per hour, not to exceed a total in the amount of $6,000. And we want to approve medical leave, maternity leave, and leave of absence on tonight's agenda. That will be it.
Thank you, Ms. Delasuso. Mrs. Scotland for education.
Okay, the report school Rise and Shine and After School Learning Academy supporting Title I students, local construction and showing student growth over the first month. Professor and resident of William Patterson University, botanist Piano, started and is supporting science instruction. This school is now a professional development school with William Patterson University. Math professional development has continued to conquer mathematics. And that's our report.
Thank you, Ms. Scully. Mr. Gomez and Mr. Mercado, do you have a finance report, Mr. Scully, or?
So one of the things that we discussed in finance is where we are in terms of budget preparation. I shared with them the updated calendar where we're at. So right now, we are working on getting the request from all 6 administrators. They need to get them turned in by January 4th. I hope to have the first set of budget numbers, January 22nd. We'll go to the meeting. So we already started working, all officers doing all that work, turns over to the superintendent to look at, I'm looking at it with him. So we're working together on that, I'm seeing what positions we need, when one needs to be moved in grade level, like that. So that's where we are, and right now, so just so everybody understands the public. So the budget calendar for the state will not come out until probably mid-January. So the actual budget hearing dates are predetermined, but I know more or less what they are. That should come out in January. So big thing that drives everything, and I recommend anybody take a look at it. The 3rd Tuesday in February, the governor's speech will determine what we get. Gives us a number, and that big number really means something. So this is the last year of what's called chapter 67, which is everybody's supposed to get where they are. If you're underfunded by the state, you're supposed to get 100%. If you're over 100%, you get broken down to 100. So this is a lot, 24, 25 is the final year of the chapter 67. Last year, the reason Little Ferry got a bump, significant increase, was because they increased it for pupil for general education, special education, a combination of free and reduced. So all the categories got a lot more money. Will they do that again? But they always figure out a way to do something. So this will be the last year. Last year we were under, but there's a bunch of people don't understand the funding formula is actually 5 different formulas. So as things get built in town and add to the tax base, it means you're supposed to pay more. Well, last year, the second component is how many students you have and how much they're paying per pupil. So that went up. The other things, you get your transportation aid, special education aid, and there's something called security aid, which they can do whatever they want. There's really no formula to it. They just decided on a number and they divided amongst 635 districts. So this year is really, so when I budget like if we weren't gonna get. Then we get an increase, we have a plan.
This includes the high school students.
Yes, so, right. So the difference between a send and receive, which we're in with RP, is we budget for the high school children to pay tuition, so we get that state aid, and then we're passing it on to tuition. In a regional arrangement, the taxes go straight to the town from the regional high school, so it wouldn't be in our budget if we were a region. So there's 2 sides to every coin. So that's how it works in a nutshell. So I budget flat for state aid. Never know what they're gonna do.
But the deadline's still what, March 20th?
Well, it'll move by a couple of days, but yeah, we're still, so the way they break up the budget is the districts that have an April election, they go early. They only get like 5 days to turn around the budget, so they get the number. We get 2 weeks. So it should be about March 20th. Then the state has to get it turned around by 3rd week in April. And then we have to adopt it by May 15th. Most people do it the 1st week of May.
My question is more to the fact that the state can come out with a number in February like they're supposed to, which they have.
Right, last year was the first time in a while.
Correct, and then what happens is shorts up the gap.
Right, yeah, we don't get an extension on the date.
Correct.
The first group does, the people that usually got 7 days, what are they gonna give them? 1 year, the deadline was earlier. So, you know, they had to move that, but they've never moved the second. And I know that because I was approving budgets in 3 counties for the last 5 years. So I was a big help when they moved those dates, as well as the district. So, the season has started, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes my financial report.
Thank you so much, Mr. Secretary. Mr. Mealy, do you have anything for policy?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Mrs. Durant, anything for transportation?
Yes, two things. On the bills list, if you look at PO 400-734, the bus repair. The breakdown is the large bus, 54 passenger bus. The total is $855.46 to repair the heater, but it was constantly running over time. The van also, we had to repair that bill was $194.02, that was repaired brakes. That's all.
Thank you.
For those vehicles, I'm sorry, for those vehicles that we share with people farm.
We used to share with 4 passengers, so when we don't, and we don't want.
No, we're not sharing you.
No.
Sorry.
No. Then we spent quite a bit of money on that vehicle when it was started. Quite a bit. Yeah, quite a bit.
Thank you. All right, for expansion, demolition is moving along nicely. Just want to let the public know that starting in around January, you'll see the exterior starting to come down. It'll come down pretty quickly. It'll take about 5 weeks or so. So we're right on schedule. Our application is currently sitting with the Department of Education under review for the referendum. Apologies. And let's see. I think that's all I have. Matt, anything else? No? All right. Mr. Borisek's not here for Borough Liaison. Mr. Phytros, Ridgefield Park.
No, the meeting's next week, so report today. Cool.
Great. And Mrs. Bertoli for NJSBA.
I attended the virtual meeting on the 5th of this month. All basically it was congratulating and saying thank you to exiting board members such as Donna and welcoming new members. And they had their installation of their new board members. The next meeting is in February, virtual at 6:45 on this.
Thank you. All right, we'll now open it up to public comment on agenda items only. Any questions, comments, concerns? All right, we'll move forward to a block vote then. We're gonna vote on F44 to F46, DO 178 to DO 193, P146 to P155, C34 to C35, FA12, and PO12. Do I have a motion?
No, I just have a couple of things I like to.
Say that again.
I have a couple of, questions I'm bringing. On DL 183, the professional development, I'm voting yes for Gomez and O'Shea, and voting no for McCoy. DL 183, professional development, no, voting yes for Gomez and O'Shea, and voting no for McCoy. On DL 190, the basketball coach. I understand. I truly understand that the basketball courts have to be fixed. But $120,000, I think is a considerable amount of money. When did we get the quote?
We had 2 quotes
When did we get them?
about a month ago.
About a month ago. When will the job start?
As soon as inform you, that's the 254. Yeah, so
Okay, so I assume that when we got the quote about a month ago, asphalt is trying to oil, correct?
correct.
Okay, well, as of right now, if we look at the price of oil is down. In September, it was over $95 to $100 a barrel. Now, it's considerably low. As I said, I you're not against, I'm against the price. I was wondering, and I know we did it just with the consortium, or did you get outside?
No, it's just a consortium, because that's, we didn't want to go out to bid, because we needed to get this done. So we got one consortium bid, and so the consortium three bids.
Yes.
So the price that they negotiated was at X amount of dollars a year ago. So, but the second quote, $135,000. So it's not just the asphalt they're doing, it's the milling, they're gonna do it right.
Yeah.
They're gonna do the fence, but not replace the fence, they're gonna replace, they call it fabric. They're gonna make sure that any damage that gets torn up, they're gonna restore all that. So it was, and that's why when I wrote it, we laid it out. So $120,000 sounds like a lot, but asphalt, even though it's gone down, it's the price when it was,
Yeah, we got it when it was high.
but not
Right
the
now.
highest. It's still high. Asphalt, if you look at, so the consortium uses that data, which
Yeah.
is state money.
Okay.
So
Would it be possible, I'm just throwing this out, and let's go out, that we would basically go out just for quote, just basically, see,
we just got a quote.
no, you got a quote from the source.
No, we
Not-
got a quote outside of the consortium. But the second one, yeah, the second one, so we can compare, So the second one was 135.
I just, as I said, I understand that they have to fix it, I have no problem with it, but, our job as board members is to make sure that we're doing the right thing quickly. But my thing is, we're not even getting, are we getting new poles and nets,
They're gonna reuse the poles
same poles?
for the fence, because they're in decent condition. Oh, that's not even in that quote.
That's
So this is just the base,
Well, it's the base, and then they're gonna replace the gate and the fabric that relight it, everything else.
but we're not looking to do this until probably March, with the temperature. So I'm assuming that at some point, you're gonna try to get another question again, or is that this is just locked in? I'm trying, I'm asking, John.
I think it's like, I think
Locked in? Locked in?
it's a good question we could ask.
We can ask, I mean, I have no problem.
No, I'm just asking.
I know it's a little bit shocking when you see that number, but if you know how much it costs to do a parking lot, you wouldn't be shocked. 2015, I was doing a large parking lot. About the size of the one in the back, and it's $200,000, and that's an asphalt as well. The milling adds to it,
You're doing, you're going everything.
yeah, oh, yeah,
We've been mandating that for a while.
yeah. So they go all the way. Yeah.
You put the 3-quarter stone or
Yeah.
something like that down, they put some base?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not just that.
Oh, no, it's not just the
We're
brand.
beyond being able to get it back.
Okay, so you're putting a sub base down, okay, so that makes difference, that makes more, okay.
These numbers are frightening, because I'm,
Yeah, and I'm saying, I'm not,
no, and I, when I first, I'll be honest, when I looked into this in the summer, it was about that. And I was like,
Cause it'll just,
excuse me,
it'll just crack again, if you don't,
they don't know what
So we, I think it was last year,
we mandated it last
we
year.
mandated it, it did it last fall, at all.
everybody's gonna dig it all up, we're gonna put down a new base, probably some stone down there, so it sits. But it has nowhere to go, make sure it's all packed down, and then we're going to lay another layer, and then the asphalt.
correct,
Okay.
correct. Now, I would have
Right, but
gone out to bid, but, with the conditions out there, and so that's why I wanted this.
If you're doing that, you're milling,
Can I also make another suggestion while I'm doing it, and basically, is go back to the, can we do the proper, lining of that? Can we do
they're
a-
gonna restripe it.
Can we do a hopscotch board, can we do a round circle board for,
I wouldn't,
basically,
I don't wanna speak for them, but I'm assuming if they do the striping, then we can ask.
a hopscotch board, I mean, I'm talking
We just
about.
asked for the record.
Yeah, no, in the court, there's
To the
four
side.
different, yeah, you can put a round circle in the middle, you can do hopscotch board.
That might be something that we can talk to the representative, let's see what they would come back.
that clears that.
We're only doing inside the basketball court, right? And how long do they say it would take, assuming you don't run into weather issues on the month?
I haven't looked this way, it wouldn't take that long.
Okay.
I've done an entire parking lot in 2 weeks.
Okay, so What will be that disruptive to the kids?
No,
Okay.
we're sort
And
of.
ultimately making it a safer area for them.
Yeah.
But
And we didn't, of course, want to do it in cold weather, not only, but why lose? Yeah.
Yeah.
And the money is coming from the maintenance.
What else? Oh, good.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
thank you.
All right, any other questions before we take our block vote? All right, do I have a motion?
So reimbursement for the, pension expenses, was it on this month's term or last month?
With,
Last.
anybody who submitted was last.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, well, it wasn't here, that's why I asked.
oh, you should have gone to that.
Oh, I did.
Oh, I got it. No, we're, we missed somebody. Oh,
She was on it. Yeah.
oh, Lord.
All right, do I have a motion to take a block vote? Second,
Okay, Mrs. Bertoli, Mrs. Duran, Mr. Phytros.
Yes.
Mrs. Gottlieb.
Yes.
Mr. Mealy. Yes. Ms. Delasuza.
Yes.
Mr. Ford. Aston. Mrs. Bradley.
yes.
Motion passed.
All right, we'll open it up to public comment on non-agenda items. Anybody have any questions, comments, anything they'd like to say?
I just have a question about, am I allowed to talk about
Yeah,
the
come
basketball
take-
court?
We'll come take a step forward, just give us your name and address.
Amber Duran, 16 Speed Street. I know you're doing that whole basketball court thing, but are you gonna do the hoops and all that?
That's not a scope.
Is that gonna be in the future? As, because like aftercare programs, as far as like,
We could certainly look into it.
Yeah, we would. Absolutely.
okay, so for now, those hoops are still going to stay
The
there.
scope of the work that's on the agenda,
Okay,
those hoops are not being touched.
okay, and as far as,
I'll get quotes for.
Based on, what she's asking, maybe get a quote, when we do this. and we-
It would be the right time.
Let's get the price, if we have it still in the maintenance reserve,
Yeah.
$12, but do all in one shot.
I mean, I originally envisioned resurfacing it with some nicer material. You don't want to know how we said. Well, I had to agree.
The
Not
roof
like
should be,
they back to the front.
roof the back when it's.
yeah, one more question about the beautiful courts that we're gonna have. Is there, can we in the near future possibly, like, start some sort of, I know it's only for the school, but can we open that to the public, maybe have some, like, basketball game, like, try and figure something out for adults or some sort of league again? Can we get back into that?
If the people that are
What?
filling it, I was gonna say, the people that are filling out the facilities have the insurance to cover us up.
Okay.
It's a lot.
The insurance,
Okay,
but it would be the same thing as using our gym where,
right.
Yeah.
So we could possibly talk about that, and if we,
yeah, that use facilities go for approval. but
okay,
It's definitely on the table.
okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anybody else? No? All right, we have no unfinished business and no new
I
business.
don't need this.
Okay.
All good.
Don't panic, I'm not leaving quietly. Ready?
How many pages is that? We have in front of you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
25.
I would like to address the public, the staff, the administration, and my whole board. Last year I ran for an unexpired term of the board, and I realized how fast the year has flown by. I first want to congratulate Ms. Bradley, but Brian and Ms. Patel for their election to the new 3-year term. During the past year, we have accomplished a lot of good things to move the district forward. We hired a new superintendent, hopefully to continue in our unique situation of having the continuity at that position. We had a new VA, a new special ed service director, a new preschool director, and an assistant principal. We renegotiated the custodian contract, the curriculum director, and middle school technical contract. We moved forward on the Washington School site. I salute my fellow board members, Vicki, Brian, Nick, Frank, Ray, Michelle, and Lawrence, and Leslie, for welcoming me on the take this opportunity to thank the following employees, who I consider the backbone of a well-run service. The school secretary, Mary Pat and Leanna, and Laura Jean Ivy is the reader at the window. Our district employees, our custodian staff, Ralphie, and her liaison, and secretary to the superintendent, Barbara Burns. And of course, our tech department, Mark and Arthur, who were always there to help the board members with the first call. You are all very helpful to me all the time. In closing, I want to thank Mr. Farquhar for his patience with me, as I asked many questions he was. In closing, since you all know I am technically challenged. So, Ms. Bradley, I am leaving you.
Don't you dare give that binder to me.
I'm leaving you my binder.
Oh, man.
Okay, I would like to thank everyone for the support during this year, which was education to me. But hopefully my short term on the board made a positive difference. I would also like to thank my husband and my daughter Amber. Also, this is for you, Vicki, and I also have for Brian and Miss. I'll give that to them. We can give this, we can give Brian and Brendan, Stephen.
We can deliver that. As far as my wife.
Thank you very much.
Ron, I think it goes without saying that you are a lightning rod. And when you want to get something done, it gets done. There's gonna be a gaping hole without you, but I am positive we will see you in those seats across from us and you'll pass along those thousands of questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Vic, you'll write them all down.
Thank you so much, and I genuinely feel like we're losing friends, so that's the sad part about this, but I'm sure we'll see you.
Yes.
Thank you for everything.
It's not only the year you've been on the board, you've been serving the community for like 100 years.
Jay.
So thank you for everything. You always say the truth. No BS in you. You always the right thing. Thank you.
Thank you. Never been shy about expressing your opinion, not at all.
No.
Thank you.
On that good note, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
Third.